Hello. Hi. Welcome to my vlog. I'm Esther. I hope you're well. I hope that you're doing really good wherever you are. It's Sunday, the 2nd of, no, 3rd of May. Yes, 3rd of May. This will be my May vlog. I just got back from the gym not too long ago and my sister will be coming. My younger sister should be joining me later, Bex. We're gonna make a Sunday roast for dinner. So I'm just making myself like a snack plate to have for now. Some eggs and berries, my usual go-to. But yeah, welcome to my May vlog. It's my week off this week, which is nice. I'm gonna be going to Porto, doing a little solo trip. I booked it very last minute because that's just the theme of my life. I do anything that has any like slight admin to it. It's gonna take me forever, which reminds me I need to pay my taxes. I just need to make the transfer, and also that's taking me forever because admin is just not my strong suit. But anyways, I'm going to Porto. I finalized the booking just this weekend, just gone, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna go for 3 nights. I think it's 3 nights. Being from Thursday. I need to double check that booking. Going from Thursday and I come back on Sunday. So that should be good. Nice to have some time away. It'll be my first ever proper solo trip, which I'm looking forward to. And just people I've spoken to about it have said that Porto is a good place to have a solo trip, similar to Lisbon vibes. And I really like Lisbon, so it should be good. Excited to eat, drink wine, have some port wine, just do things on my own. Yeah. Put this away. Hi, I've made it. I'm here in Porto. It's Thursday. It's 1:30. The hotel allowed me to check in early because the room's ready, so that's nice. So I'm gonna just take a little nap, charge my phone a little bit, and then head out, do a little bit of exploring, have some dinner. I have a few places I want to visit. I feel like I sound so sluggish. Let me put myself together. Today's good weather. It's sunny. However, BBC weather app says it will be rainy tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get as much walk-in and like touristy stuff today while the weather is nice and catch the sunset if I can. And then tomorrow, I booked a spa day at the hotel, and I'd love to just do nothing, like a do nothing day. People always I feel like most people enjoy going away somewhere and like just packing stuff in. I love doing nothing. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. If it's nice and rainy, having a nice spa day, have breakfast, massage, and then just lay in bed and do nothing. The TV looks really cool here. I'm going to show it to you in a second. It's like a mirror that's also a TV. It's very innovative, but I'm going to see if I can get some Netflix or something on and just watch stuff. Should be fun. But yeah, I'm here and I need to go take a little rest, hydrate, and then get set outside to go and explore. Should be fun.
And who is this?
It is Friday. I think it's about 2 o'clock. Let me check my watch because I'm filming on my phone. Yeah, it's almost 2 p.m, like 5 minutes to 2. It's a lot dry. I've just come back from my relaxing morning schedule. I woke up, I went downstairs, used the gym, worked out a little bit, and then I had breakfast. Breakfast here is really good. And then I went to my massage appointment for 11 a.m. and then just lounged around the spa, doing the usual saunas, steam room, things like that. And I feel so relaxed. And I've come back to my room, made myself a chamomile tea, and I'm also gonna watch The Boys. Sign me up. Oh my God, I love doing nothing. I absolutely love doing nothing. It's so great. My hair is curling up. But yeah, I'm having a very relaxing day. I recommend this hotel. The staff is so nice. The only issue is so after breakfast, I tried to go up to my room to get my stuff and go down to my massage appointment. And then I tapped my, you tap your key card in the lift to operate the lift. It wasn't working and the lift went dark. I was like, what? And then, I had to call, eventually it worked. I rang the bell, the alarm bell, and eventually it worked. And then going back downstairs to my massage, I was just like, I'll take the stairs. After the spa session, I thought to myself, you know what? It should be fine now. I'm just gonna take the lift and go upstairs. Then I got stuck again. And then I had to call reception to come and open the lift from outside. So that's the only thing about this place so far that's they definitely should put that lift, out of service because it's not working properly. I got stuck in there and they were just like, yeah, we'll call someone to fix it. Just put it out of service. But outside of that, they're really, really nice. And they just take care of every little detail. So I'd recommend staying here if you do come to Porto. And then what else? I had a very busy day yesterday. I covered a lot of ground in terms of hitting places I wanted to see. I went to, I can't pronounce it, but this viewpoint, and I had such a lovely view of the train line going over the city. That was really nice. I went to the market. I had lots of mussels. They do seafood good around here. And also I had lots of pasta donatas. I think I've had enough for now. And then also the codfish cakes. And tonight, I think the hotel has a Brazilian themed night with live music. I feel like it's going to be interesting. So might as well give it a go. And then, it's just downstairs, so that's easy for me, and it goes in line with my do nothing day because I don't have to bother that much. I just go downstairs. But yeah, safe to say I'm having a very good solo trip. I definitely recommend. I wasn't nervous about doing a solo trip anyway because if you give me the chance to do absolutely fuck all, I'll take it. I am so good at doing nothing with my time. What stresses me out back home is when I try to do nothing, but in the back of my mind, I know I have lots to do. So it's just it's never as relaxing. But just going for a gander, lounging around, getting massaged. I love being touched. Literally. Yeah, that's very much me. So I wasn't nervous about doing a solo trip. A few people I spoke to were like, oh, what are you gonna do? You getting nervous about going to dinners on your own? No, but then I'm the type of person, I feel like this kind of shows how I feel like I am a very sociable person, but at times I do run out of battery sometimes. So I'm the type of person that will bring AirPods to a party because I need to have that at hand for when I need to tap out. or I'll just like, I remember one time I went to a wedding reception, and you know, there's that thing where everyone's like getting really like drunk and off their faces, and I was just like, yeah, like, you know, first you're having a good time and everyone's getting to that point where they're really drunk. I don't drink that much, and so I just took myself out and had some pho, and I rejoined when I had the energy. That's the kind of thing I do. Like, I'm very comfortable just like being at a table, eating on my own, and then doing things, you know. So dinners alone weren't going to bother me, is my point. I'm going to have my tea now and then watch the boys. I wish I could do this all the time. Maybe not all the time. I wish I could do this for a whole week every month. Maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 3 weeks. 3 weeks every month, and I just have 1 week of working. How do I get there? How do we do that? How do we get there? Oh my God.
What's that smell?
Oh, yeah, might be my new perfume line. It's generally secret.
No, that's my father.
Hi. Hello. It's me again. I am back from my gander. It is Saturday. Sorry, my battery died earlier, and because I got caught out in the rain, my phone was a little bit wet, so it wouldn't charge because I had to drive fast. But yes, it was a bit more rainy today. If I had known, I think maybe I would have had my like massage and stained all day today instead of yesterday. Because yesterday was still rainy, but a little bit more sunny. But anyways, I've had a lovely time. I leave tomorrow. My flight's at 5 p.m. I don't want to check out. Oh my God. I don't want to check out. I love that. I love that, you know, you leave, you come back, and everything is neat and tidy again. It's been made. Your bed's been made. The room's been tidied. I love that. Some people might watch this and think, girl, first world problems. But hear me out. I know that could seem like I'm complaining about nothing, but I don't have energy. Like, I don't have energy. That's the biggest realization on the solo trip. Because I loved Thursday. It was much more sunny, and I got to sit outside, have some glasses of wine. And then Friday yesterday, I went for a massage. I came up and I was just bed bound for the whole time, for most of the day, and then went downstairs to the restaurant and had dinner, came back up, bed bound again. And I absolutely loved that also. So I think I realized that maybe I would be better off on my next solo trip just going to a retreat. Maybe retreats would be more ideal for me, because then, you know, it's just more about relaxation, not doing anything. I'm not one of those people, like I said earlier, who go on holiday and want to pack everything in, where you feel like you have to cover like a lot of ground so you've seen everything the city has to offer. I just go, it's a little bit of that, but mostly relaxation. So I think retreats might be better for me. But yeah, Porto's lovely. I've had a lovely time. I've loved staying in this room. I really don't want to check out. But I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to, my hair is a mess. Yeah. Guys, how do we get there? How do we get there? The system is too strong. I think a lot of people, and I have it better now, like, you know, I've worked a corporate job and I've worked for myself. Hands down, would definitely pick working for myself 1,000 times over. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, because I'm still within the confines of capitalism, it does not matter how much you try to create your own reality, you will still feel the impact. That's just how that goes. So even though I do what I love, I enjoy doing hair. The danger with doing the things you love in return for money is that you tend to have to do it to a capacity where it takes the joy out of it. And you do it to a point where it's like it becomes more of a job. But I think if I had it my way, I'd work like 3 clients a week. But I can't do that because I have to pay my rent. I have to pay my rent. And I have to work towards buying a house. I have to work towards buying a house in Blackheath. Guys, have we seen the mortgage rates? What are we going to do about that? Because at this point, I feel like the only way out for me is really for me to like invest in a boob job and then start roaming the streets of Mayfair looking for a sugar daddy. That's really it's really the only way out. Because what? I'm not a fan of compromising. I don't think that it's fair to succumb and compromise because the system does not allow you to truly go for what you want. I don't believe in that. I just believe in being delusional. I'm not going to give up on the things I want. But yeah, how did we even get here? I was talking about not wanting to check out because I don't have the energy to keep up with going back to reality and getting back to work because I just love being horizontal in bed. I love being I just need a bit more relaxation time. Anywho's, I'm done. But when you see me with a boob job, you know why. But I'm done. I'm going to check out tomorrow. I'm going to request a late checkout. Hopefully I can get one. They said they can only confirm on the morning. But yeah, Porto's been lovely. I am now mostly made up of pastel de nattas. I've had so many pastel de nattas, so much wine, not many wine, but so much wine. And yeah, I'm mostly just pastries and alcohol now. It's been nice. I will probably pick up the camera back. I will probably pick up the camera again when I get back to London. I will see you soon.
I'm waiting for all the soup cunts to clock in for the day shift. Not much point shooting spunk into an empty fucking building now, is there?
I know, no one's coming.
I'm 7 years older than Rose. 6 is disgusting.
Oh.
X on a double letter, A on a triple word, 72.
So it is time for me to end this vlog. I haven't picked up the camera and recorded in a while. My retainer's in and I can feel the lisp coming on, so you know, just so you know. So it's actually June and I've been wanting to end this vlog but just always finishing a day shattered. I'm just like trying to get through the day. So I haven't had the time to end the vlog. But I just had a shower. I've moisturized myself. My skin is very oily, but yeah, just moisturizing, taking a shower. And I've done all this before midnight because for some reason I can't get myself together to get into bed by midnight. I'm always going to bed at 1 to 2 a.m. But that's something I really need to change. So anywho's, I realised that I did not state at the start of this vlog things that brought me joy. And I had a couple of like media art that I wanted to share, but as the month unfolded, I have a better thing to share, I think. I'll still share one of the songs that I've been listening to more recently that just puts me in a positive mood. And the song is Float by Janelle Monáe. I really enjoyed the song. I don't feel like there are affirmations in the song. So when I listen to it, I am affirming positive narratives to myself, which, you know, puts a little pep in my step. That makes sense? I think it does. I'll share the other thing that I now feel is better as the month went on. And I'll have to give you some context. So for the month of, what was it? May, yes. I made some changes to how I wanted to work, how I want to work. And I did so because, you know, I've been doing my current job of being a hairstylist for about a year and a bit now, just over a year. I started around mid-2024 and I've been doing it, well, it's not like 2 years now. It's maybe about 2 years now. 2024, 2025, yeah. Almost 2 years now. And I think because of where I was coming from, you know, that being my last job, my corporate job, and feeling very burnt out in that space, I did not pay that much attention to detail in terms of this side of things. And what I mean by that is I just went with the flow. It was just more having a good time and relaxing. More vibes, basically. A lot more vibes. I guess the seriousness and the changes I had to make, it just felt like, okay, no, this is a real thing. Like, I actually want to yield something out of this. And it felt like all of a sudden the image of where I wanted to go or what I wanted to get out of this just felt so, how would I describe it? And it felt so grand and so big that my first instinct was to just doubt myself. I was doubting myself so hard. I was just like, ugh. I thought, one, can I really achieve this? And two, do I really have the energy to do this? If you've been watching my vlogs or if you're watching my videos, I talk about my energy a lot because I just don't have that much of it. I don't have energy. I'm really just like, I'm so exhausted all the time. Like thinking about the future and how I want this to go long term and yield things out for me in the future. I was just like, I don't know that I have the energy for this. And I doubted my own capacity to get myself there and to get my dreams and my dreams to become a reality. So I was just in a space of quite high self-doubt. I I sent I sent two things to my friends in different chats. One, I sent a screenshot of a website. I googled a sugar daddy website. I was just like typed in Google sugar daddy website, and I sent a screenshot of the page to my friends. I was just like, I'm about to sign up for this because I just can't be asked. And then what was it? Then I, after a while, like still feeling the way I was feeling, I then sent into the WhatsApp group chat that I'm going to become a nun. My way of thinking was just like, it's either the Lord is going to take care of me, or a man is going to take care of me, because I didn't feel like I could do it myself. But the positive about this is that I've been going through a very slow learning of trusting myself and trusting not just myself. I think mostly just trusting that everything will work out. That the universe has got this. God has got this. God, the universe are two things that I, use interchangeably. I just think the source has got this. Like, whatever is doing all this, whatever the creator is. I'm reluctant to use God because I have a very, I would say, interesting relationship with, I do perceive myself to be a Christian, but I'm not the most conventional Christian. So I understand. I think I'm reluctant to use God because I tend to view God in the very negative ways that I learnt about God. And people who are born into the faith tend to have very interesting relationships with the faith that they're born into, I think. Well, that was for me anyway. So yeah, I'm learning to trust. I'm learning more and more to trust in my intuition. And in trusting my intuition, I believe I am trusting in God, the universe, because I think it's one and the same. There's one of my favorite quotes that I really love and really try to live by is, you go to find God and you find yourself, and you go to find yourself and you find God, because they're one and the same. And I think the thing, I've said this before, like multiple times on my channel, I know what my truths are, but because, it's the classic thing of you're so accustomed to living your life in a certain way that you are very easily taken back into what's familiar. And so actually reaffirming yourself in your truth it's a daily practice, and you need these experiences to like help you reaffirm your truth. So I do know that intuition, or that it's the only way I can describe it is like it's a spiritual thing, is there's a connection I think we all have. The more we nurture it, and the more that we try to nurture our consciousness, there's a connection we all have to the divine. And when I trust and lean into that, I know, like I already know, I don't have to worry and I don't have to doubt so much. But the I guess the behavior of always leaning into fear and doubt and lack of trust is something that I'm very familiar with. Always looking out for everything that could go wrong. So anyways, this is a very long-winded way to say I was going through a lot of self-doubt and a lot of fear, and I was able to pull myself back and lean into trusting God, the divine, the source of everything, creator, and just trusting myself. I am trusting that. That's how I see it, because I don't know how else to explain it, but things just work out. Even when they seem like they're not working out, they tend to work out. And I feel like, it's so funny because it's not that funny, but watching Fleabag years ago, in season 2, there's a part where she goes to a therapist and she's asking for all the answers. Like, she's just trying to get this therapist to like give her the answers, because that was one of the themes in season 2, where she just wants somebody to tell her what to do. She just wants to know what to do. And I think we can all resonate with that. I definitely resonate with that. And the therapist says to her, you already know. And she goes, no, I don't. And, you know, therapist reaffirms that she does know. And I do think that is true. The more I grow up and lean into intuition, I find that your soul knows what you need to do. And I think most times what happens is we're not used to trusting things outside of logic. We operate in a realm of so much logic that we do not trust our intuition. And trusting your intuition is learning to lean into the divine, because there's like a direct line, you know? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say I was very proud of myself, and it's like baby steps to reaffirming your truth and reaffirming new habits and new ways of thinking and believing, that will help me to strengthen that new narrative and just be more steady and walk in that path. So yeah, I was so happy with myself for pulling myself out of it, and also thankful to my friends for helping me rationalize and pull myself out of that. And I hope everything I've just said makes sense. But yeah, that definitely brought me joy. I was able to see like, oh no, you were going down a not so great way of thinking, and you came out of it, and you were a big girl and you handled that. And now I'm just like, okay, cool. I want certain things out of life, so I'll just keep putting one foot in front of the other and seeing how that goes. So if you are a very anxious person like me, and if you doubt yourself all the time, I hope that you can maybe take some encouragement from that story and just keep trusting that the universe wants you to be okay. Like, it knows what you need to do. You're connected to whatever, and it knows, and you know what it is you need to do. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I also look crazy, but it is what it is. This is how I'm going to bed. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. Get up for Pilates tomorrow morning, and then I'll start vlogging for my June vlog. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And what else? I hope you have a beautiful time wherever you are, and I hope that you trust yourself. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.